Hello, dear students. Let's start the new topic modern periodic table. This topic of chapter 5, the periodic table of class 9th in subject chemistry. Let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 84. Modern periodic table. In 1913, Henry Moseley, while working on X-ray effect on metal, Henry Moseley, working on the X-ray effect on the metal surface. They taken the different types of the metals, so silver, iron, gold, and different types of the atoms, and they observed the effect of the X-ray on the metals. After observing the effects, they realized that the properties of the metals depends on their atomic number, not on the mass number. And finally, they concluded that the atomic number is a more fundamental property of an element than its atomic mass. And that means the physical properties and the chemical properties of the elements is directly proportional to their atomic number as compared to their atomic mass. And finally, Henry Moseley concluded and derived a law. That law is called the modern periodic law. That law is called the modern periodic law. He modified the Mendeleev periodic law and presented a new periodic law, which is known as the modern periodic law. Now, the Mendeleev periodic law is based on the atomic masses, and the Moseley modified the Mendeleev periodic law and presented a new periodic law, and that periodic law is known as the modern periodic law. And modern periodic law is based on the atomic number, not on the atomic masses. And on the basis of the atomic number, they try to arrange the elements in the periodic table according to their increasing atomic number. So what is the modern periodic law? So the modern periodic law states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number, not the atomic mass. That means the physical properties of the element and chemical properties of the element is directly related to their atomic number. So it is called the periodic function of their atomic number. And this law is called the modern periodic law. Now, justification of modern periodic law. First, justifications. As you know that the atom consists of electron, proton, and neutrons. The proton and neutron particles present in the nucleus, and electron revolving around the nucleus in a particular fixed orbit. And the atomic number is equal to the total number of the electron in a neutral atom, or the total number of the proton which present in the nucleus. An electron present around the nucleus in a particular orbit. And generally, in any chemical reaction, the electron participate in the chemical reaction, not the proton participate. and mass number is equal to the total number of the summation of the number of proton and number of the neutrons. So in a chemical reaction, proton has no any role, only electron has the role, and the atomic number is directly related to the electron number of electrons. So the atomic number is the basis for the arrangement of electron in periodic table. It's directly related to their chemical properties. So atomic number implies that the number of electrons or the number of protons, and the mass number is the summation of the total number of the proton and total number of the neutrons. But the chemical properties of the elements mainly depends on the interaction of atoms and the reagent, and interaction of atom and reagent is directly related to their number of electrons, not the number of proton or neutrons. So modern periodic law is the true law for arranging the electron. If arrange the electron in their atomic number, not the mass number, because mass number has very little role for the chemical properties of the elements. So the physical and chemical properties of elements depends upon their atomic number rather than the mass number. So the Moseley utilize the atomic number for the arrangement of electron in the periodic table rather than the atomic masses. Now, what is the periodicity? Periodicity, the recurrence of the similar properties of elements after a particular interval in the periodic table. That recurring of similar properties of element is called the periodicity. Let's suppose when arrange the elements in the modern periodic table, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, and again sodiums. The lithium has the valence electron 1. Lithium is a metal. Sodium also has the valence electron 1. Sodium is also a metal. So the similar properties of the elements repeated or recurring after a particular interval of the element in the periodic table, that similar properties, that recurring of similar properties of element is called the periodicity. So this lithium and sodium both are the metals, both have the similar properties, and after a particular intervals the sodium repeated in the same group with the lithiums, that repeating of the similar properties of element is called the periodicity. So here is the definitions. Recurrence of similar properties of element after certain regular interval in periodic table is called periodicity. So the sodium repeated after a particular interval of the elements in periodic table, and the properties of the sodium is similar to the lithium, that repetition or recurrence of similar properties of element is called the periodicity. I hope you understand. Now, what is the cause of periodicity? The causes of periodicity is the similar number of the outer electrons or valence electron repeated after a particular intervals. As for example, the lithium has the valence electron 1 or outer electron 1. Sodium also has the valence electron 1 and outer electron 1. So the lithium and sodium show the similar properties. So the outer electronic configuration of the element is similar, they show the periodicity. So what is the cause of periodicity? The repetition of similar outer electronic configuration at certain regular intervals. Here now these are the elements of the alkali metals. That means first group of the modern periodic table: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. These all elements belongs from the first group of the modern periodic tables. Their atomic number is 3. Sodium has the atomic number 11, potassium has the atomic number 19, rubidium has the atomic number 37. The electronic configuration of the lithium is 2,1, sodium is 2,8,1 and so on. Their outer electronic configuration is 1 for the lithium, 1 for the sodium, 1 for the potassium, 1 for the rubidium, 1 for the cesiums. So similar outer electronic configurations are repeated at certain regular intervals, so they show the periodicity. That means they have the similar properties. Lithium is also a metal, sodium is also a metal, potassium is also a metal, rubidium is metals, and lithium has the valence electron 1, valency is 1. Sodium also has the 1 valency. Lithium combined with oxides, they form the basic oxides Li2O. Sodium also form the basic oxide Na2O. So the cause of periodicity is due to the repetition of similar outer electronic configuration of the element at certain regular intervals. I hope is it clear? It is clear. Now what is the electronic configuration? Electronic configuration of the element is determined by the number of electrons in an atom, which is indicated by the atomic number of an element. Suppose the sodium has the atomic number is 11, their electronic configuration 281. So the electronic configuration is determined by their atomic number, not the atomic mass. So the Moseley concept discarded the Mendeleev periodic law and they coined a new law that is called the modern periodic law, which is based on the atomic number rather than the atomic mass. Now the use of atomic number as a basis of the modern periodic tables. Why? The mostly using the atomic number as the basis for the detection of the modern periodic law. First, the position of isotopes. Now isotopes, what is the isotopes? Isotopes is having the elements which having the same atomic number is same, but they are different the mass number different. So when we arrange the isotopes according to the atomic number, then all isotopes occupy the same place in the modern periodic table. But when we arrange the isotope according to their mass number, then they have the different places of the same isotopes in the periodic tables. So atomic number, when used for the arrangement of the elements in the periodic table, they provide the same position of the isotopes in the periodic tables. Now second use when using the atomic number as the basis for the formation of modern periodic tables. The wrong order of atomic masses of some elements. Now, as for example, the anomalous pair position of argon and potassium. Argon has the atomic masses 18, potassium has the atomic masses 19. When you arrange the argon and potassium in the periodic table, the atomic mass of the potassium is 19, it is more than the argon which having the 18s. The first position occupied by the potassium in the periodic tables and then argons. So potassium comes first, then the argons, and this arrangement becomes the wrong arrangement. But when we arrange the potassium and argon according to their atomic number, then the atomic number of argon is 18 and atomic number of the potassium is 19. So first argon comes and then potassium. Here the argon has the atomic mass is 40 and the potassium has the atomic mass is 39. So the wrong order of the atomic masses of some elements can be corrected when using the atomic numbers, not the atomic mass. Now this is the modern periodic tables. In the modern periodic tables, there are seven periods in this periodic tables. There are seven period number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The horizontal row is called the period and vertical column, this is the vertical column. Vertical column is called the groups. There are 18 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 18 groups. Now the elements present in the first group, that is the first group elements, that elements are called the alkali metal elements. The elements present in the second group, this is the second group, these elements are called the alkaline earth metal elements. Now the 13 group number 13, the elements present called the boron family elements. 14 carbon family elements. In the group 15 nitrogen family elements. In the group 16 oxygen family elements or chalcogenes. Chalcogenes called because the ore forming, the many ores obtained from the earth crust is found in their oxide or sulfides. So these group elements called the chalcogenes. 17 group elements called the halogens, and 18 group elements are called the noble gases. Now in the modern periodic tables, there are 7 period and 18 group. The vertical column is called the groups and horizontal row called the periods. In the 6th and 7th periods, the 14 elements kept below the periodic tables. In the 6th periods, the elements having the atomic number 58 to the 71, that elements, all elements are called the lanthanides. In the 7th period, the 14 elements escape from the 7th periods and they occupy their position just below the lanthanide series, and that elements are called the actinide series elements. So these are the actinide series elements and these are called the lanthanide series elements. In the modern periodic tables, The elements are arranged according to their metallic, non-metallic and metalloid natures. So in the left sides, all the elements occupy in the left sides, that are the metal. In the right sides, these all elements occupied in the periodic table, the left sides, these all elements are non-metal. And between, diagonally present between the metal and non-metals, the metalloids elements are present diagonally between the metals and non-metal in the periodic table. These are the metalloids. So this is all about the modern periodic table. What are the salient features of the modern periodic table? Modern periodic table based on the electronic configuration, and that electronic configuration, as you know, that governed by the atomic number. So magnesium has the atomic number 12, their electronic configuration 281. So the modern periodic table based on the electronic configuration, and that electronic configuration is governed by the atomic number. Now second feature, this periodic table also called the Moseley form of the periodic tables, because Moseley given the concept about the atomic numbers rather than the atomic mass for the arrangement of electron into the periodic tables. So the modern periodic table is also called the Moseley form of the periodic table. Now next feature of the modern periodic table is this periodic table also called the Bohr table. Niels Bohr was a American scientist. Niels Bohr has greater role in the chemistry, and for the formation of the modern periodic tables, the scheme of the arrangement of elements was based on the Bohr's concept. So the modern periodic table is also called the Bohr table element. Now next silent feature of the modern periodic table is this periodic table consists of vertical column, that vertical column called the group, and horizontal row, that horizontal row called the periods. Now groups, there are 18 groups in the modern periodic table, but only 8 group in the Mendeleev periodic tables. But in the modern periodic table there are 18 groups, and according to the IUPAC number, the group numbered from 1 to 18 rather than in the Romans. The element of group 1, is also called the 1A, first A, 2 is called the second A, 13, that means third A, 17, seventh A are known as the main group elements or normal elements or representative elements. So the elements which present in the first, second and 13 to 17, that all elements is present in this group 1 to 13 to 17, these all elements are called the main group element or normal element or representative elements, because the outermost orbit is incomplete and rest of the orbits are completed. These elements have their outermost shell incompleted and rest of the cells are completed. As for example, now the group number 1 element sodium at the atomic number 11, that sodium present in the first group, first A, Their electronic configuration 281. This one is the first cell, this one is the second cell, and this one is the third cells or outermost cells. So the outermost cells should having the 18 electron, but in this case only one electron present in case of the sodium. So this outermost K, L and M cell, outermost cell is incomplete and rest of the cell are completed. So these elements are called the representative elements or normal elements. Now the element of group 3 to 12, group number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. That means group number 3 to 12 are known as the transition elements. So the transition metals or transition elements present within the group number 3 to 12. Because in this elements the outermost orbit are incomplete, and also the outermost cells are incomplete, and also before the outermost cells are also incomplete. That means they have two outermost cell incompleted, so they are called the transition elements. As for example, iron has the atomic number 26. Their electronic configuration 2, 8, at their electronic iron has the Fe has the 26 atomic number, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. So first 2, then in the second orbit or cell 8, in the third orbit 2 plus 6 plus 6, 6, 6, 12 plus 2, 14 and 2. So K, L, M and N. So these two outermost orbits M and L are incomplete in the case of the iron. So iron belongs from the transition elements group. Now the elements of group 18 are known as noble gases or inert gases because they are not interested to react with any other elements. Now these are in this column the old designations for the group that given by the Mendeleev periodic table, that given in the Mendeleev periodic table, and these columns gives the IPAC designation for the group in the modern periodic tables. First A called one group, group number 1. Second A group number 2. Third B group number 3. Fourth B group number 4. 5B group number 5. 6th B group number 6. 7th B group number 7. 8B group number 8, 9 and 10. First B group number 11. Second B group number 12. Third A group number 13. Fourth A group number 14. Fifth A group number 15. Sixth A group number 16. Seventh A group number 17. 8A or 0 group number 18. So in this column the designation for the group by the Mendeleev periodic by the Mendeleev, and in this column the designation for the groups in the modern periodic table. So students, you should memorize the old designation for the group and the new designations for the group in the modern periodic table. Now, what about the periods? There are 7 periods in the modern periodic table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total, there are 7 periods. In the first period, it is the shortest periods. The total number of elements present in the first period is 2. Their atomic number 1 and 2. And only one cell present in the first periodic table in the first period. And the elements hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen has the atomic number 1, helium has the atomic number 2. In the second period, the total number of the elements present is 8. The atomic numbers start from 3 to 10. And the 2 cells K and L cell present. The elements present in the second period: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neons. In the second period, period number 3, third, 8 elements present also. The atomic number starts of these elements from 11 to the 18th, and elements are sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, organs. 3 cells K, L, M, 3 cells present in the third period, so it is called the third period. In the fourth period, 18 elements, the atomic number 19 to 36, total 4 cells present in the fourth period, and the elements start from potassium to the kryptons. Now in the fifth period, total 18 elements, called the long period. The atomic number 37 to 54 atomic number having elements occupy in the fifth period. 5 cells present in the fifth period, and the elements rubidium to xenons, and so on in the sixth period and seventh period. Total 33 elements. So there are 7th period in the modern periodic table. First, second, and third period is the short period. Fourth, fifth is the long period. Sixth, 7 are the longest period. In the first period, having 2 electrons, 2 elements. In the second period, 8. Third period, 8. Also 8. In the fourth and fifth, 18. Sixth and seventh, 32 and 32. And these numbers are called the magic numbers. Now the types of elements. The types of the elements. Normal or representative elements. So group number 1, you know that group number 1 to group number 13 to 17, these all elements are called the normal or representative elements. So group 1 element called the alkali metal, group 2 called the alkaline earth metal, group 13 called the boron families, group 14 called the carbon family, group 15 called nitrogen family, group 16 called oxygen family, group 17 called the halogen family. Now oxygen family is also called the chalcogenes. Chalcogenes because the ore forming. Chalcogenes means ore formings. The ores which present on the earth crust, generally present in the form of their oxides and sulfides. And oxygen and sulfur belongs from the oxygen family. That means group number 16. Group number 17 called the halogens. Halogens, that means the salt forming. Most of the salts are formed from their chloride, iodide, bromide. So these elements are called the halogens. Now next, transition element. Group number 2 to group number 3 to 12. From group 3 to group 12 elements are called the transition elements. In a transition element, The inner transition elements are two types, the lanthanides and actinides. Lanthanides and actinides, both inner transition elements, occupy their position in the lower of the periodic table. Lanthanides lanthanide series that start from the elements cesium, cerium, which having the atomic number 58, to lithium, which having the atomic number 71. Now the actinides series, which start from the thorium elements, which having the atomic number 90, to lawrencium, atomic number 103. These inner transition elements, two types, lanthanide series and actinide series. Now elements which having the atomic number greater than 92 are known as the transuranic elements. Uranium has the atomic number 92. The elements which having the atomic number greater than 92 are known as transuranic elements. Now the noble gases or inert gases which occupy in the group number 18 of the modern periodic tables. What is the diagonal relationship? Now in the second period, the first element having the properties completely different from the rest of the elements of these groups, and the first element of the second period has the properties diagonally related to the third element, and that relationship is called the diagonal relationship. The first element of a group is different from the rest of that group and resemble an element of the next group in the next period. This relationship is called diagonal relationship. Now group number 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The second period elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, these all elements have the property different from rest of that group, and their properties is similar to the next group in the next period. That is, the lithium have the similar property with the magnesium. Beryllium has the similar property with aluminum. Boron has the similar property with the silicon. Carbon has the similar property with the phosphorus. Nitrogen has the similar property with the sulfur. Oxygen has the similar property with chlorine. So this relationship is called the diagonal relationship. The relationship between the first element of the second period related to the next element of the third period, that relationship is called the diagonal relationship. Now the pair of element lithium magnesium, lithium related to diagonally related to the magnesium, beryllium related to the aluminum, boron related to the silicon, this relationship, this pair of element called the diagonal pairs. Now bridge elements. What is the bridge element? The element of the second period which connect their own group diagonally to the next group of the periodic table are called the bridge elements. As for example, like the second period element lithium, beryllium, boron, lithiums diagonally similar to the magnesium, beryllium diagonally similar to the aluminum, boron diagonally similar to the silicon of the next period elements. So these elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, these elements are called the bridge elements. So lithium connect the magnesium. The second period connect the third period elements. So lithium connect the magnesium. So lithium is a bridge element. The second period element beryllium connect the third period element aluminium. So beryllium is a bridge element, and so on. What is the typical elements? The elements of third period: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. These all elements, third period elements, represent the properties of their respective group, and they are called the typical elements. So this is all about the modern periodic tables. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.